The past 24 hours have been absolutely insane, guys. Banana gun, absolutely rugged. I still managed to pull off almost 40% so far in profit on my Bitcoin long trade. And was this really actually a rug, or is there something else going on? And is there an opportunity to profit still going forward? I'm going to tell you in this video what's going on with Banana Gun, break it all down for you, what my thoughts are of the future of Banana Gun, Unibot, and exactly what I'm doing with my Bitcoin long that I currently still have open. So guys, if that sounds good to you and you appreciate the video, make sure that you like the video. It would mean a lot to me. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. My name is Kyle Chasse. I've been in this industry for nearly 12 years, bringing all the alpha I can to you. So let's first get in and talk about this Bitcoin trade that I have open. And I'm actually going to close it out right now because I feel like there's a lot of weakness coming in. But I did tell you guys in the video yesterday, and I will insert a clip right here. You wanted to potentially long here. I would set a stop loss very tightly around 24.8. Again, we can see that we have this correction already. That doesn't mean it can't come back down, but we see this candle all the way down here and back to 25.158 right now. It was just when I started recording 25.200. So there's some uncertainty here, but it might be worth it because I am still overall personally bullish. It was uncalled for. It was unnecessary fear of a non-event essentially from FTX selling their assets. So I did a 10x leverage long on Bitcoin. And if I were to close right now, and I'll do it at the end of the video, I'm not super concerned, but I would like to get it done quickly. We did have just a pump up to 26,300 here just a second ago. If I would have closed out then, but I was getting ready to make this video, I would have been at 47% profit because I did 10x. But right now, if I close out right now, it'll be still 38% in the past 24 hours. Guys, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's get into Banana Gun and exactly what happened. So you can see the launch was actually quite smooth. And we knew it was going to be huge. I told you that. I told you this was going to be a massively hyped launch. I also told you not to FOMO in, right? We'll get into that in just a second. In fact, that was just here. Let's just play that again. How you might want to play this because you do not want to buy the pump in the beginning. Do not FOMO in. Remember, there's a big pre-sale. These pre-sale tokens are unlocked and people will be looking to take profits. And this thing... So yeah, I told you guys, and this is exactly, if you haven't seen the chart yet, check it out. Pretty crazy. It pumped all the way from $1.6 million valuation where the pre-sellers got in and surpassed Unibot, as I actually had no idea. This thing pumped almost 3 to 4 times more than I thought it was going to. But I told you, do not buy the pump. And you can see it got up to $79 million valuation. The pre-sellers, and we'll get into that in a bit, that did take profits and made some really big money, but things went south pretty quickly. So there was this announcement that came out. Look at 1 million views. This is how hyped this thing was. We have a bug in our contract we cannot fix despite 2 audits, and we'll get into this in just a bit. There's 2 audits. There's a bug in the contract with our taxes which allow people to sell their bags while having tax tokens remaining in their wallet. So what is supposed to happen here? So when you have on-chain tax, and the Banana Gun was 4% buy, 4% sell, this tax is supposed to go somewhere else. In this case, it's for revenue share and some back to the founders. And instead of it going where it was supposed to go, the tax went back into the wallet to where it was supposed to be taxed from. So if I sold 100 tokens or bought 100 tokens, 4 of them were actually supposed to go to their designated place where they're supposed to go to from the smart contract. So in this case, it's revenue share and back to the developers. But what actually ended up happening is a 4% went back into the wallets, and this is not what's supposed to happen. So they needed to redeploy the contract. And so what they did is they took a snapshot and they plan on reminting the token and redeploying. So, and this is just, there's a lot of stuff that happened here that gives me a lot of mixed feelings about this project. Now, this is concerning, and and usually whenever there's a lot of people who are mega bullish on something, making a lot of money, last thing they want is someone to come into the Telegram and bring some awareness about a bad problem, right? But we all remember the guys who are flashing red signals with Do Kwon and Luna, and people just called them retarded and started making fun. But this guy, Crypto Painsy, said, I shared this information in the Banana Telegram group after I sniped the launch and sold my tokens. I'm left with 4% of my balance. I checked the contract address and I realized sell tax code was faulty. I told them in a Telegram group about an hour ago and got called a FUDder and got banned. But you can see this is an amateur mistake, right? So how did this amateur mistake get made by such, what some would call a very talented development team? Just because you're good at developing a bot doesn't mean that you have ever launched a token before. Let's just get that clear, right? And there's, so we'll get into this audit in just a second. But basically what they did is they made some announcements, a series of announcements as they were going and trying to figure out what to do. And they told people don't buy or sell after the deployer starts selling the token. So because the liquidity was locked, and I don't know how long it's locked for or if they burnt the liquidity, they couldn't empty the liquidity, which is what they would have done. And if it was just a pure rug, they also would have done that, but it was locked. And so they had to sell. Now, this is also a problem that I had. I also told you in the video I made about 3 days ago, there was this weird phrase in the tokenomics. It said that that majority of the treasury tokens will be locked. Now, it turns out, and I warned you guys about this, it turns out that none of the treasury tokens were actually locked. And I told you that was very concerning to me, right? And none of them are locked. And I told you in the video 3 days ago that if they wanted to, they could also sell all of them, right? Or majority, which was a huge, and this is exactly what ended up happening. Now, to call this a rug, it technically is a rug. However, it seems like not in the way that is malicious. It seems like this is what they had to resort to do in order to drain the liquidity to get the ETH back so that they can make people whole who lost any money and also add the ETH back when they redeploy V2 of the token contract. So way forward, shitty situation, but we're going to do everything to make it right. Happy to share that action plan though. We're having our new contract audited, but won't launch until we are sure everything is in order. Hopefully they audit by real auditors, and what they've done, when they said they had 2 auditors, it was 2 senior developers, obviously not senior enough. And you should always, if you raise 800 ETH and you have revenue beforehand, always pay and be patient for professional smart contracts, audits from firms that have good track records. We are going to take care of our investors. So they took a snapshot here. And if you happen to lose any money after this point here, if you lost any ETH, basically what they're saying here is if you're positive, if you sold and you made profit, you're not going to get any airdrops. Right? But if you're negative when you sold and you lost money, you'll be refunded in ETH. Now, this is very familiar. And, I'll tell you that if this team is honest and everything they're saying is true, this is exactly what happened to Paid Network, our project, right? We launched, there was the private keys got leaked by a third-party dev. And again, this is just naivety. We were naive. These guys are naive. These mistakes happen. It sucks, but it happens. And for Paid Network, we did the same thing. Nobody lost any money. This is the exact same move that we did. Anybody who was a negative after selling after the hack was refunded in ETH. We did the exact same thing. We made everybody whole. In Paid Network, nobody lost a penny in that. And not only that, after we redeployed V2 of a token contract, we went back to all-time highs. And we got crazy FUDed when this happened. I mean, people said that it was inside hack and we stole all the money, blah, blah, blah. But no, we did exactly what Banana Gun is saying they're going to do. Every single person that lost money was repaid and made whole. And this is exactly what it seems like Banana's going to do. So let's hope that they move forward in good faith, in honesty and integrity, and actually follow through with what they're claiming to do, because this is the right strategy going forward. So this is just someone saying that, well, let's not get into that. But so David G says, Banana was a classic bad beats on a great spot. Pre-sale was up 10x. Banana had more users and revenue than their competitors and was trading sub 20 million. That's a good spot. Got screwed on tail risk. It happens, but that doesn't mean it's a bad bet. Most of crypto Twitter doesn't get it. So basically what he's saying here is that in his belief, this is not a rug here, and it wasn't a bad play. It wasn't a bad bet coming in. If you could have got in, in my video that I made on this before, I talked about trying to get in around a $5 to $6 million market cap, right? Let the market pump it, let the bot snipe it, let the market cap run up. There's gonna be a massive sell-off. It always happens. Wait for a while until you have consolidation or accumulation. It's going to take time. And this will probably happen again when they relaunch it. Same strategy. There'll be a pump, there'll be a dump, and there'll be some sort of accumulation phase for a while, especially in this market where things are quiet and boring. There's not a lot of money or volume. There's definitely going to be a consolidation period where things just tend to go flat for a while. That's called price discovery. Price discovery will happen. Do not FOMO in the beginning of these launches nearly ever. You almost always in all the charts see pump, dump, consolidation period, and then run up if it's a good product with good market fits. Then you see run up back to all new time highs, and then you want to buy in this consolidation phase. So there was money be made, but it's not worth talking about. I mean, essentially there was 500 wallets that made total $9 million in this, and it just shows that there was demand, right? And you saw that one tweet I just shared, 1 million views. There's a lot of people paying attention to this, and there'll be a lot of people paying attention to the relaunch. Banana Gun team, if you're watching this, I highly suggest that you take your team, take time to redeploy, get the audits done, make sure that you're using something like standardized token contracts, and don't try to custom create your own. There's plenty of them that exist, and standardized already. But anyway, you have to get audits by professional auditors. And this guy's just saying, like, hindsight is always 20/20, right? Like, everybody says, oh, how could they fuck up? How could they be so unprofessional? Like, I could have done it better. My mom could have done it better. Everyone could have done it better. But this is just a mistake. Everybody screws up. These guys are developers. We don't know who they are. I'm not vouching for them either. I'm just saying this is the reality of life, that people, entrepreneurs, try to do things. They make mistakes. This is human, right? And if these guys are honest and they have integrity, it doesn't take away from the fact that the sniping bot is still superior as far as the sniper abilities, faster than Unibot, which makes it a good product in its core. And we know that it was working for 3 months before the token. We know that people were using it, people were liking it, that it was fast, efficient, and good tech. Bad token launch. So this is the part that, so again, like I said, I have mixed feelings about this whole situation, right? And what they said was, despite 2 audits, there's a bug in the contract with our taxes, which allow, so it's despite 2 audits, guys. Who were the audits from? It was from, they said, senior developers. This was later discovered in the Telegram group. You cannot do that, right? This is what happens, and it damages confidence in the immediate short-term memory of crypto Twitter. It is extremely short-term. They will have some shit for this for the next few days or until they deploy V2. In fact, in 2 or 3 days, people will probably forget about this because audits take time. And so if they do get professional audits, it'll take at least 1 or 2 weeks. So I don't expect a lot of things to happen. And if they relaunch too quickly and make another mistake, if it's a mistake, that would be another huge mistake. That would be very amateur. So they're going to take time to redo this. And this tweet right here from the Ghost reminds us it wasn't just paid network, but there's immediate precedence through DMT's relaunch, and the fundamental value isn't going away. Banana as a bot is still the best on the market at the moment. So again, just reinforcing that just because it's a bad launch doesn't mean it's a bad product. And yeah, just massive FUD, guys, here. And this is kind of what I was saying as well with Bitcoin yesterday, right? And why I was able to call that long and make that trade yesterday. And so, guys, yeah, congratulations if you also made that trade with me. And again, let's see what it's at right now. Yeah, so it's bouncing back and forth, but I'm still going to close it right after I make this video. I think it's a good time to take profits. Up, yeah, like I said, on a 10x of 40% here. So very happy with that. And let's talk about Unibot for a second, because we had a nice pump. It was almost 20% since yesterday. So there was a lot of, so the Banana Gun volume and Banana Gun hype took away a lot of attention from Unibot. People kind of took liquidity from Unibot, put it in Banana Gun. And also this just diluted the concentration of the market. You had Unibot, which is a market leader, first to market, and got up to $211 million FDV, or even circulating market cap, since 100% of tokens are in circulation. And I did hear some rumors, guys, that Unibot is working on some perps or futures as well. So as long as they continue to innovate, I really think there's a lot of potential in Unibot. They've proven to deliver good products, be innovative, keep building, and I just think at this time there's way more utility in Unibot than there is in Banana Gun for most people, and more potential for revenue. And this is in my opinion, probably, maybe not right now. You don't usually ever want to buy after a 15-20% pump, but maybe we get some retracement, or maybe this comes back down again when people start anticipating the next Banana Gun launch. But yeah, I do think that this team has proven that they can build good innovative products, and I expect them to continue to innovate. Of course, something like perps or futures would be an organic, nice pivot for them, or not pivot, but additional product to add more revenue, more value, and this would put them still way ahead of Banana Gun. And so again, it was very irrational, the pump to $80 billion and even surpassing Unibot's trading market cap. It didn't make any sense, right? So be very, very cautious and careful. I'm not encouraging you guys. I'm not vouching for Banana Gun, but I am saying if they are honest and this was an honest mistake, I do feel for them. I'm sure they're under a lot of stress. People love to troll. It's unnecessary. And let the dev team do what they're going to do. Hopefully they make good on anyone that lost any money. They'd have a good product. It doesn't really make sense if they want to rug. If they would have rugged, they would have done it by not locking liquidity probably. Yes, this could be intentional. I don't know for sure. But to replay the Banana Gun new launch, it's the same strategy I talked about before. Let the price pump when they launch it. Wait for consolidation. If you could be a good buying opportunity, sub 6 million, and let's see what they do on innovation. I will probably talk to you guys again on another video before the Banana Gun relaunch. Keep you posted as things continue. I will catch you guys on the next one. I hope that you found value in this. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.